This week we did site selection. What we're trying to accomplish with that is we're going to a big state land and seeing if we could build a site on it that will protect all of us, have no contamination in soil, have easy access to water, just essentials to where if we were in a wartime situation we could have a backup base or somewhere to set up. That's what we did the first day. Second day we went into the woods, which was up in Monarch. We went to Kings Hill and we kind of just went over more of that site selection and saw some of public health doing some vector-borne type traps.
I wanted to support DoD initiative along with our command's initiative to start to actually do more field work in the effort of the possibility of going toe-to-toe with a near-peer threat that has a greater capability than what we've dealt with in the past, and a lot of that has revolved around more in-field training that DoD-wide would like to see the Air Force move more into, and then also leading into joint service participation. In the past, the Air Force has always relied on existing bases to deploy and redeploy to, where in the context of where things are leading to today, those resources and assets and logistical luxuries that we've had in the past may not exactly exist in the future. So I wanted to expose the medical group to a more primitive setting. And when we're selecting a site for a potential base from a medical point of view, what are the things that we need to consider per AFI, per DoD regulation, and then also, does it make sense? And then get people to think critically about when we advise command or in a commander situation of what are the things that they're going to be looking for. How can we advise on to set up a facility, both from the public health standpoint, the bioenvironmental standpoint, and then also from a provider standpoint too, as so that we can get the best information to leadership so that they can have a big picture and be able to make a sound decision.
We started our Into the Woods mission. We went through a mission brief and learned all the hazards and stuff that we're going to be dealing with so we can plan accordingly and bring the right equipment and everything. And then we actually went out on site and we did a lot of site characterization, so looking at the landscape. And as bio, we're really focused on the soil, the water, any heavy industries around. So we pulled some soil samples and pulled some water samples to monitor just to make sure that it's potable. Anytime we get to be out in the field and get to practice our skill set is incredible. Makes you feel more ready and prepared, and definitely helps in whatever aspect of life you're doing on the civilian side.
The future of this training is I want to expand it to include a much wider variety of the medical group, and then at some point start to incorporate other shops into it. So from a medical group point of view, we would really love to see how CE looks at a bear base situation or security forces or base operations, because we're all bringing our own perspectives and we all are going to have different requirements of what we're going to need. And I think it's really important for each shop to be able to have a basic understanding of what other shops are looking for in site selection and site surveillance.